and slow it down. All right, so to break this lick down, essentially rhythmically there's something going on here that's worth mentioning. I'm starting out with 16th notes, which I'll count 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, and then I shift for the second part of the lick to 16th note triplets when I do the descending harmonic minor run. So I start in natural minor for the 16th note part, and I shift with my index finger. Now after that F sharp, this is where I'm going to descend in the E harmonic minor scale in 16-note triplets, which I count 1 let and a let, 2 let and a let, 3 let and a let, 4, which is going to be 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 let and a let, 2 let and a let, 3 let and a let, 4 let and a let, that kind of deal. So here we go. 16-note triplets. So now all together. Now slow. All right, so to break this down, I'm basically using a little theory knowledge here. I'm going to use a G major 9 arpeggio over top of an E bass note, which gives it kind of an E minor 11 kind of feel. And I start out with sweep picking. And what I'm doing is basically just kind of doubling back and then using a hammer-on to continue ascending. And then I do a bit of a wide stretch there. Now what I'm going to do is a pull-off. I'm going to grab a D note on the 15th fret on the B string, as well as on the high E, 10th fret. And I utilize hybrid picking. Basically when I'm descending in this lick, I tend to hybrid pick when I go back to a higher string as such. And then I'm going to continue down with chromaticism. Hybrid picking there again. There you go. Now let's check that out slow. This lick has quite a few things going on, so we're just going to kind of go through it one at a time. The harmony I'm outlining here is E minor 7 to B altered chord, B dominant 7 with any kind of alteration. And I use the C melodic minor scale atop the B altered chord. So essentially I start out with sweep picking, and I'm sweep picking in the E minor 7 arpeggio, and I utilize a little bit of the blues scale here. And this is where I'm going to switch to the B altered scale, or C melodic minor, and then a little pedal tone here. And then I resolve back down a half step to the 1 chord E minor 7. And the only thing to really watch out for is when I'm descending across the strings and going back up a string, I'll utilize the hybrid picking, as in the last part of the lick here with the B7. We'll slow that down a bit. All right, so in this lick, it's based primarily around the E minor pentatonic scale, with a little bit of chromaticism added into the 9th and the flat 9th in there. But the real trick here is I'm using a lot of hybrid picking. That kind of deal where I'm going back and forth between two strings with the pick and middle finger on my right hand. The real thing that I'd like to bring up too that's really interesting about this is using the pedal tones here, the D note and the G notes. So that's kind of the gist of that. We'll slow that down a little bit. In this lick, there's quite a few things going on, so let's just start slowly and check out piece by piece what's happening. I start out with a 4-note per string fingering with the left hand here, but it's kind of a wide stretch, so careful not to hurt yourself doing this. Then I'm going to use a pivot here with hybrid picking. Descend the blues scale. Hybrid picking there again, so let's check that out again. And there again, I'm doing that pivot with the ring finger bars. That's a pretty prominent fixture in this lick. Again, I bar there on the ninth frets with the ring finger, a hammer up. And in here, I'd like to mention I use a little grace note slide, a half-step slide into the 2nd scale degree, just to add a little vocal-like quality to the lick. You know, if I just played, you know, it sounds a little dry.